Alright, what's up? I'm Grayson Boucher, better known as Professor. Been playing professional basketball for about 12 years now around the world. Shout out to DALYFE.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Kenny Dobbs, better known as the Dunk Inventor, one of the greatest slam dunk artists in the world. Big shout out to DALYFE.com.
So lately, last 3 or 4 years, I've been playing on a ball-up street ball tour, sort of the newer rendition of AND1, so that's in a growing process. But year-round, I do international bookings everywhere, whether it's a clinic, whether it's an exhibition where I'm playing people one-on-one or 5-on-5, or whether I'm playing games just all over in different countries. And now what I'm starting with Kenny, what we're really excited about is we're combining ministry and basketball into one movement. So I've never done something this direct that combines them both. Of course, I've gone to clinics and maybe give my testimony here and there, obviously on social media, things of that nature, and personal life, but I've never actually combined ministry and basketball together as one like we're about to do. So we're excited.
For me, just been basically making my name. I started with just coming out on the internet with a lot of crazy dunks that nobody had ever seen before. But then I went out and began to shut down dunk competitions, worldwide for Sprite, Nike, Red Bull, just kind of attaining that title to become the best dunker. And after going overseas and capturing all these different championships, people began recognizing me as the best dunker in the world. And since then, I've been going out doing school assemblies, different kinds of performances for community events. Like Professor said, going out overseas, playing games, doing dunk shows. And, now our main focus is being able to utilize this talent that God has given us to be able to impact and draw people to Christ.
Professor Save, when did that happen? How?
Yeah, so I've been walking with the Lord about 4 years, and so about 2010 came a point in my life where I just started asking myself bigger questions of life, like what am I called to do? Is it really, is life really just about living what culture classifies as the good life, whether it's money, fame, women, status, all that stuff. Is that what this stuff is about, or is there more to it? And so I started asking myself these questions. I've heard the Word of God growing up, just in little segments. I went to like a Christian preschool, so I was exposed to it real young. But you just hear it. You're preschool, you're young. And then when I was a senior in high school, I actually went to a Christian school, so I started going to like these little chapels. And obviously some of the education was Christian based, but I looked at it more as like a movement, and I didn't have understanding for what it was all about, And so being lightweight, familiar with it, helped in a sense. But then when my friend passed away, my closest friend passed away, his name was Troy Jackson, better known as Escalade, it kind of shook me up, and it got me asking those bigger questions and really looking into things. And I actually got saved at his funeral. His brother Mark is a pastor, an NBA coach, actually an analyst now.
Now, Kenny, a lot of people out there don't know you have a hidden talent. Mm-hmm. Tell them what we got in the future that they can look forward to. What's going on?
Well, like I said, my main quest was being able to use my ability to make an impact in people's lives. So I seen how dunking was the most spectacular play in basketball. Like Kobe could have scored 102 points, but LeBron could have just between the legs dunked on him in the same game. #1 play on SportsCenter would have been the dunk rather than the point. So when I go out there and dunk over somebody and they go crazy, the crowd it allows me to be able to connect with them and share my testimony. Well, one of the other points that was a big influence in my life growing up was hip-hop music. And so as I was not saved, I began getting involved in that kind of atmosphere and freestyling and doing different things. But now that I have Christ in my life, and that's a big center of what my whole movement is about, I want to be able to go back and use my talent to glorify God and share my message, but break it down lyrically. So being able to use music and hip hop and getting in there and vibing out and sharing Christ. So hopefully in the future, as we connect with people like yourself and Brandon and different people out there, hopefully the message will be able to be received, And combining that with basketball, I mean, you can't go wrong.
What's up? This is Grayson Boucher, better known as the Professor. Right now, I want to give a shout out to RichieRighteous,
You know I'm out here, y'all.
aka the janitor.
Tell them why they
Cleaning it up.
That's
Cleaned up the board.
See, I don't believe I be balling, Queens. Queens, I'm out here with the generals. Tell them who you are.
What's up, everybody? It's Kenny Dobbs, better known as the best slam dunk artist in the world. Big shout out to my man, RichieRighteous.
You know what I'm talking about?
This dude was out there cleaning up the boards.
The janitor.
Holding up the big man. Just earned his nickname, the janitor. He be cleaning up the streets, man. Holding it down.
Hey, listen, these guys right here on fire for the Lord. I witnessed it myself, what God is doing. I heard the testament was blessed. Queens, watch out. Y'all know what it is. We ain't had no ball games going down there in years. But we gonna bring it back, and they gonna come through.